At the eve of the visiting of the Pope Francis to South Sudan, there was a tragedy accident happened in Kajo keji. Many lives was lost. So what is the reaction of the church at that time, especially the Pope?
But that situation was a big shock for us, and every one of us felt bad because imagine everyone was now gearing. Our mind, our attention was towards the arrival of the Holy Father. And during that moment, I thought that every South Sudanese could be busy now praying for the coming of the Holy Father, could be peacefully preparing for the Holy Father to come. Then that event happened, and then we said, oh, there are still some people who can think differently and do things like spoiling what is good for us. And what they did, we condemn it. I personally condemn it. It's not a good thing. It's not the best way to solve problems, to solve issues. It's not our standard of doing things. And to do it at that particular moment was not a good name for all of us, the people of South Sudan. We felt bad, and we continue to feel bad, and we condemn it, and we ask that such a thing should not repeat itself again. And anywhere, anybody, any situation should be handled through dialogue, through the negotiation. That's the best way. I feel sorry for the people who lost their life. Sincere condolences to the family, to the community in keji, and in the whole people of South Sudan. And then we cannot pay back. Let us, go back to reconciliation, to forgiving, and say, okay, that has happened. It shouldn't happen again. And the Holy Father, all his message was on peace, peace, peace. And let us take that message and build our republic of South Sudan.
You're one of the people here, our country, South Sudan, working in peace, reconciliation, and even you established book about peace and reconciliation. Could you tell us in summary about importance of peace and reconciliation in South Sudan by focusing on your book?
Yeah, I'm like my age is the age of most of South Sudanese who were born in war. Yeah, and I was born back in 1964, and that time already Sudan was already in conflict, especially here in southern Sudan. And then we have grown in war. I've really experienced the evil of war. My family members, I've lost dear ones in the war, and friends. And I've also come to realize that because of my exposure to different parts of the world, I've seen the world, many areas develop, people are going about their things, building their country, and that has been because of peace. And then I see myself and my country like rotating in one place. And I felt very bad. What's wrong with us? Why are we not able to grow? And it all comes down to the point of absence of peace. And so I wrote this book. I mean, I've written several books, about 4 or 5 now. This particular one you are referring to, it is a reconciliation in South Sudan, is the key to development. It's an experience I had. I had the opportunity to participate in the peace agreement in Addis Ababa, with the revitalized peace agreement, and I saw how the impact of war can tear one people into parts. I saw the oppositions, I saw the government, I saw people with different views, and everyone is arguing and about their own views. And then I even saw the fate of the Republic of South Sudan, how it was being handled. I saw anger, I saw frustrations, and at the end of it all, I also found that the heart of human being can find peace, can find a reconciliation, because at the end of the long debate, the long deliberations, so people were able to say, okay, we can make compromise, we can agree, and we can stop war, and then that's why the agreement was signed. And I saw everybody like engaged trying to bring peace in the country. So I wrote the experience that yes, even if things are tough, things are difficult, and people are disintegrated, there is still a way. There is still a possibility to come together. Our heart is not hard to being softened for the sake of peace. So the book is recommending that when there is a problem, there is a conflict, let people talk. Fighting is not the solution. It distracts, it kills, and it puts everything at a standstill. So the book is an encouragement for the people of South Sudan to move on despite their difficulties, to build peace in our republic.
The majority of the population